Good afternoon, my beautiful people. Good afternoon. I hope you all are having a great week. I got another great video for you guys today. But before we start today's video, please subscribe to my channel, Fitness and Self-Improvement. Also, I'm on Instagram at Chief Fitness and Self-Improvement. Follow me there. I got great content there and more. Also, smash that notification button, please, so that when I post my videos, you'll be able to see them. I got another great video today. Like I said, it is called Staying Positive. I understand for a lot of people now it's very difficult to stay positive because of everything going on with COVID, possibly a second wave, losing your job, losing your home, no food to eat, struggling to pay your bills, going through a marriage relationship breakup, whatever it is, crisis, you know what I mean? It's very difficult to stay positive because you start to wonder, is there a light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's like, how do I get out of this? For those of you that are really interested in getting out of that state of mind. Now, there's some of you guys that are naturally negative-minded people. This message will not resonate with you guys because no matter what I say, it's going to go in one ear, out the other ear. I'll give you an example. Years ago when I started dating, I used to run into women that were very negative, and I can see why they gravitated towards me because I'm at that time I was, I'm positive, happy, I love to help, I'm a nurturer, so I could see why they naturally gravitated towards me. But no matter how I tried to get them out of that negative state of mind, it was not enough. It was just, all of it was talk, and it felt like I was trying to force them, right? But I told them, I said, you know what, like, only you can get out of that negative state of mind. I can't help you, right? You have to wake up one day and say, okay, enough is enough. I'm willing to put in the work and the effort to be happy, to be positive, and to be fulfilled at all times. Yes, I understand that there will be times in my life where I'll have my down days, but I'm not going to let that consume me. I'm going to pick right back up and keep moving, because where there's life, there's hope. You are alive for a reason. So don't waste it feeling sorry about yourself, feeling depressed, being negative about everything around you. There are people like that in your lives. You guys know, I'm sure, family members, friends. They're always negative. They always see the bad. And I used to be in people. And I used to be that way. I used to be that way. But I realized, like, it was pulling me back. I was losing a lot of connections, a lot of friendships, and much more. Because if you see the negative in people, then how are you supposed to start something good with that person? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business partnership, even a work relationship. If you know, like, it's a job now. Like, for example, if you get hired for a job and you're like, oh, I'm not really sure about this place, you're thinking negative, right? As soon as you walk into that door, because you already have that mindset, you're not going to give your best for that job. It's a psychological thing. Maybe your body might be willing, but mentally you're like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And because of that, you're not going to give your best for that new job. It's the same thing too, right? It's all about mindset, people. Mindset. It's very easy with the news. I don't watch the news. I don't even have a TV at home. I just have my laptop and my tablet and my phone. But I can assure you guys that whatever I'm watching, whatever I read, are positive, inspiring things. Books, videos, you name it. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on the negative. What's that going to do for me? The more I waste time on negative thoughts, it pulls me back. If you want to be on that self-improvement journey, you got to have a positive state of mind. And for some of you, I know it's not easy because some of you guys have grown up in an environment that was solely negative. It was always beating you down. You know, you're being told you will never amount to any good. Like, you know, nobody saw the good in you, whether it's just family and friends. You're always being put down. I totally understand that. So the way you see the world now is so negative, it's so dark, it's so black, it's so like, you know, that's all you see, right? But if you sincerely want to get on, you know, have a positive state of mind, you gotta change your mindset. It doesn't happen overnight, but you gotta start that process being self-aware. I talked about how to start your self-improvement journey on my very first video. It starts with changing your mindset, being self-aware. Once you get through those two stages, the rest becomes easy. All this stuff I'm talking about will not make sense if you don't get those 2 steps in place. Have you ever guys wondered, I'm talking to the men specifically in this video for this question I'm asking, for some of you guys that have dated older women like myself, have you guys ever wondered when a woman gets to her 50s and 60s, not saying all women, but majority of the women we see around or we have dealt with, have you ever wondered why they sort of let themselves go? Right? Like it's happened to me a few times. I've seen it to a few women I've been with that are older than me. When I met them, they were in their mid-40s. Everything, you know, they were happy, good jobs. They were taking care of their bodies. They would go out and have fun, going on vacations. Life was good. But as soon as they reach their 50s, they sort of just let themselves go. It's like something takes over, right? And you start to wonder why. And I used to ask myself that question. I said, why? Why? You know, you see them 5 years after or 10 years after, and they look so different. They don't look as good. You know, then there's no motivation anymore. Like they go through life like casually, like strolling through life. No ambition, no focus, no goals. They're just getting through the day or taking one day at a time. You know why? Because they have resolved to a negative state of mind. That's where they are now. They have gone through some crisis. Maybe they went through, they lost jobs, or you know, they went through a breakup, or something bad happened in their lives, and because of that, they let that consume their thought process and their well-being. Like it happened when a lady I used to date some years back when I lived in London, Ontario. I ran into her last year, and when I saw her, I didn't recognize her. She called me, and I said, "Whoa!" I'm like, she told me, "Oh, I'm Jen." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Jenny," and I was shocked. She looked so different, right? She didn't look as bubbly and sharp like she used to be 10 years ago, right? But and I asked questions, and I obviously found out why. You know, she had lost a very good job. She got married after she and I stopped talking. That marriage ended, and she's been in a state of depression ever since, right? So, and she's like, you know, I wish I could go back to when I was in my 40s, right? But I said, just because you're in 50 something now does not mean that you cannot be happy and positive. But you have to have a purpose in life. You have to have something you're living for. If you're just going through day by day, it's not going to help. You're going to always feel the way you're feeling. You're going to feel sorry for yourself. You're going to be depressed. You're not going to see the good in people. You're not going to be happy, right? But she has to make that conscious effort, that decision to take that next step. It doesn't matter how many times or how often I talk to her about it. It's not going to change, right? But that's for older women that I have dated, and that's not just one. There are a few others that I've seen or I've heard from other people about how their lives have changed since they got into their 50s. They just let themselves go. It's like life stops. No. You're supposed to be in the best, you're supposed to be in the prime of your life in your 40s and 50s and 60s. That's the prime of, because you've gone through life experiences. And when you're in the prime of your life, that means you're happy, you're positive, you're fulfilled. That means no matter what people might say, nobody gonna put you down. You're just gonna block all that noise off. Do you know how many times people say negative stuff about me? Oh, is he on steroids? Is he cheating? Is he a deadbeat father? I've heard everything. Is he a player? Is he a womanizer? I've heard everything. But I don't let those things bother me. Because you know what? I'm in my own lane. I'm positive. I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. Misery loves company. Or I should say negativity loves company. We feed into so much negativity today, and partly to blame social media and the news outlets out there. That's why, like I said, I don't listen to the news media, and I'm hardly on social media except for my content, for my fitness, my life coaching. That's really it. I am hardly on social media, and I don't watch the news. The less stuff you listen to that is negative, the better for you people. The better. Trust me on that. Stay positive, people. It's not easy. I have my down days, but I'm not going to let it beat me up or weigh me down. I'm going to brush myself up, get back up, and keep going, because this is my life. The day you allow negativity to seep into your life and you let it fester, you die. There are a lot of people that are walking around that are so negative and unhappy, they're dead. They don't know it. They're physically, they're alive, but mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, they're dead. What kind of life is that? That's no life. There's some people like that you guys know, that you in your family, your friends, that you see. I see it every day. They're dead. No matter what facade they try to put up or try to present an image, they're dead inside because they're so negative, they're so unhappy, they're miserable. What's the point? There's so much cons to being negative. Like, actually, what am I even saying? No, there are more cons. The pros and cons of the positive and negatives. The cons for the positives far outweigh the cons for the negative. Let me say that again. The pros for the positive far outweigh the cons for the negative. There's not much when it comes to the cons for being negative. There's no positives for being negative. Only positives for being positive. Pros for being positive. Very important, people. Very important. Anything in life, you got to look at the pros and cons. And the pros far outweigh the cons, and your intuition says go for it. That's what you should do. The negatives far outweigh the pros, and your intuition is telling you not sure, leave it. There is no pros when it comes to being negative. No way at all. I don't care what anybody tells me. But like I said, for those of you that want to be positive and fulfilled and happy, and you don't know how, reach out to me. I'll help you. I've been there. I know. I've lived through it. I know. All right, people? So comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I got another great video tomorrow. Thank you again for your support. I love you guys. I'm out.